Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Matt, and welcome back to Bulldog review number 10. So sorry I am not doing it on my computer this time because of some technical issues I've been having with it. So I'm doing it on my phone because, well, it's the only thing I can get. Plus, if you saw that comment this morning, I'd have it up by today. So sorry for any inconvenience for that. So today I am doing a review on Spies in Disguise. So I went and saw this movie when it premiered on Christmas Day. So let me go ahead and tell you this straight, hands down. This is one of the best animated movies I have seen all year long. I mean, it can beat out How to Train Your Dragon 3 by an earshot. I'll tell you because this movie has something that all the other animated movies I have doesn't. This movie has heart, and it has a lot of genuine family friendliness in this thing. And let me be honest with you, I have three main points on this movie that I think really make this one to watch. Number one is obviously the story. So the story of Spies in Disguise is very interesting. Now, I did not figure out the story until like maybe about 20 minutes in, but really it builds on itself, and that's what really makes it a great movie. It really has this theme of embrace the weird, which is a great theme that we need for today's. We're getting ready to hit into the 2020s, and of course, people are gonna be like, "Well, this guy's weird. Do you think we should let him in our group?" And I think, listen, you can embrace the weird. I mean, the people that are really just unique are the ones that really matter. So that's just basically why we can't be entitled. That is an awesome theme in this movie. And this is actually one of the coolest stories I have seen in an animated movie this year, next to How to Train Your Dragon 3. So number two, the cast. Oh my gosh. The cast in this movie is super amazing. Tom Holland, Will Smith are the main leads in this one, and they do not disappoint. Ladies and gentlemen, they do not disappoint. They are excellent. And I think they had the perfect chemistry to make this movie happen. And there's a lot of wittiness between them, I think. And this is what really makes that movie so special. Is that, I think it really just is just one of those movies that really says, well, it's an all-star cast, just like Jumanji 3. If you haven't checked out that video, go and check it out. It's Bulldog review number 9. But essentially, this movie is great, even with its all-star cast. I mean, they really put on a good show in this movie, and I think they've done a wonderful job on this movie. Really well made. And number 3, the animation quality. Now, I said before when I did Addams Family that movie had a little more loose. I think this one was a little more higher up on the scale because really, this is a studio that has really done a lot of great movies in the past. I'm talking about Blue Sky Studios. They've done movies like Ice Age, Ferdinand. They've done the Peanuts movie. So you could tell they've been working on this one for quite a while. And just the overall quality and the overall efficiency of this film, it really matters a lot to say they've been working so hard on this, and I think it pays off because this is a wonderful, wonderful movie. It's beautiful to watch, and it's just one of those it's one of those movies that's so beautiful to watch. It just makes you want to say, why haven't we seen this coming? Because it is a great movie to watch. And so that was number 3. So number 4 I have is the comedy. The comedic timing of these characters are super relatable, and it's gonna be quite obvious to see that this movie really has a lot of thematic elements in it that really makes the comedy stronger. And it really says a lot because these kids these days don't understand how the comedy in the movie like this refers a lot to what they see in real life, and this is what Spies in Disguise is actually doing. And I really feel like it really does add a lot of it has a lot of geekiness, it adds a lot of lighthearted humor. I mean, it's overall one of the most comedic of the animated movies I've seen. The second most comedic, I have to think, in my opinion, would be Addams Family 2019. Go check out Bulldog Review number 8 if you haven't seen that yet. But also, this movie really just has everything that you can have out of an animated comedy with Will Smith and Tom Holland. So this is an awesome movie, very well made, very, very comedic. And then finally, for number 5, the soundtrack. I mean, honestly, we got a soundtrack made from these rappers, and I never heard these rappers before. Mark Ronson, he worked on Uptown Funk with Bruno Mars, which became very viral. And there's a lot of other great music videos in this too. And I really am appreciative of Blue Sky Studios actually putting their time and their effort into making this, because this is obviously something we need to combat the dreaded Frozen 2 and maybe even Star Wars. So when I went and saw this movie in the theaters on Christmas Day, the theater was totally empty, and I'm like, with only about 4 people, and I'm like, well, I had the theater all to myself, really, and I said, you really think that this movie's going to do good? I really feel like that this is a movie that really has been in a shadow, or is going to be in a shadow behind Star Wars, and then there's going to be a bigger shadow behind Jumanji 3, and Frozen 2. But Blue Sky Studios has really worked hard on this thing, and it pays off. Spies in Disguise is wonderful to watch. It really has all the checks in the boxes, and it really fills in every blank that you can imagine from this thing. And I was super excited coming out of this. I was hyper after this movie. It was really wonderful, and it was a treat. It was really a treat to watch. So I'm giving this movie a perfect 10 out of 10. No doubt in my mind that hopefully that this movie will get a little bit more recognition, because maybe once Star Wars kind of dies down a bit, which I hope it will, but who knows? Once this movie dies down, once Star Wars dies down a little bit, then maybe Spies in Disguise will probably come back up into the top running. But there's a lot of great things with this movie. And Frozen 2's already died down, which that's a good thing. And Jumanji hasn't died down yet. Star Wars is definitely not done yet. But once those two are done, then Spies in Disguise, this movie will have its moment. And I think Blue Sky needs to have its moment. Needs to have time in this moment to actually see what they have done. And it is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And if you ever get the chance and you have the extra bucks, or if you have time, go watch the 3D version. And I actually got to see this in 3D, and oh my gosh, the effects were even better in 3D than the 2D. But you can see there's a lot more of the 3D effects when you watch the trailer and when you watch the actual movie itself. So don't go in with such expectations. Just go in with a lighthearted mind. Go in and have fun with this thing, because I think this is a movie that's going to really make a promise to people out there that Blue Sky Studios is still kicking, and I think this is really going to show it. And Blue Sky has another film coming out in 2022, which is Nimona. So I will be probably following that one when the time comes for that. So yeah, that's it for Spies in Disguise. Again, perfect 10 out of 10. Wonderful film. Very lighthearted and a treat for the senses, and a treat for myself and a lot of you families out there. So my next Bulldog review will be Bulldog review number 11, which is Sonic the Hedgehog. So, yay! Sonic the Hedgehog is going to be my next review, which is Bulldog review number 11. I'm hoping that I can get my camera back or my laptop fixed so I can make higher quality videos for you guys. And I can get back in my microphone. I really miss it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below what you may think about this movie, and if you want me to review some other movies in 2020, I'll sure to look into it. But I'll also make an best animated movies of the year video on New Year's Eve, so that's gonna be really cool. So I'm gonna get started working on that probably next week. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. So long.